Hey all. Let's see. Hope everybody's having a good day. We got a couple minutes here before we actually start. So just kind of reading back. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Eric. Let's see. Hopefully you guys can still see me. I'm gonna switch my browser real quick here to look at we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 members in the rotator. Totaling 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 25, 28, 29, 32, 33, 48, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 63 positions in it. So 63 positions in it, 20 members. What I'm going to do is when we start the rotator, when we start the rotator, I am going to, on the .com site, where the rotator stuff is at, I'm going to put a little post, or a little thing in there. I'm going to put the link to see the clicks, how many clicks have went to the sites with the rotators. Because I should be able to, I think I can show them. I'll also put any links, because I'm doing advertising in different places, like I found some like SolarWebs that send out to like Bitcoin people that are in cryptocurrency, so I'm going to focus in that area a little bit because, well, we only accept Bitcoin, so it's nice to have people that deal in it. So they'll give me a bit.ly link to be able to see the clicks with that. I'm also going to be able to, with other sites and stuff, I will put up the link that will allow everybody to go in and see how many clicks each person on the rotator, so you can find your ID in the list and see how many clicks you've got. You'll be able to see it kind of increasing. There as a total at the bottom. So you'll be able to see a total the whole time running as the clicks go up and stuff like that, and how many are going to each one. Let's see. That's pretty much it about the rotator. Yeah, after all the pausing and stuff we've had with my desktop computer, I decided to move my camera off the desktop computer to my laptop. Last time we tried to use the laptop, I had no mic, which was, I don't know, a few months ago. So I took the camera off my desktop computer and put it on my laptop. And it seems to be running smoother. We don't seem to be having any pausing or glitching going on. At least I haven't got the message yet that tells me. So it seems to be running a little smoother. Yep, so I am sitting in my living room. As you can tell, we haven't taken all our Christmas stuff down yet. We're waiting for my oldest daughter to move out, which is happening the next 2 days. So she's off from Amazon, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and she's moving to her apartment. She got the keys today. So once she's out, then we will take down our Christmas decorations so we can redecorate the house with our usual stuff and be done. We have a lot of members that are in the Australia area, and I hope everybody's safe. Just want to kind of reach out and tell them all that we're thinking about them and hoping everything goes well, that they get those fires put out and things like that. So to all of you that live out there, I know Melanie Clark lives there. We have a few others. I don't know if they're on here right now, that I know for sure live out there, and I hope everybody's safe. You know. Oh, you're getting rain now. Good. That's my son. But yeah, that's good if you're getting rain. Hopefully you get a lot. A lot. Phase 2 is going pretty well. We have right now, let me click over this other tab. Looks like we have, let me reload the dashboard. Oh, I gotta log in again. We have 582 accounts in the system. Let's see. 582 accounts in the system. I've sent out $522 in payouts. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of other people that have like $10 sitting in their account that are just waiting, haven't withdrawn it yet. Which, I don't blame you. There's no bots. It's not going anywhere. It's sitting there. So whenever you're ready, withdraw. I kind of approve withdrawals as they come in, as I see them. So, whenever you're ready to withdraw, you just put it in there and I'll get it. I'll put it out. Yeah. And then he just left. So he's going out to ride his bike. Let's see. I'm looking at my phone too. Okay, so other than that, phase 1 hasn't really been moving, but we all know that, and we know why. I've posted enough about it that, I'm working on replacing money. Phase 2 has made, in the admin account, it shows $1,251 from the $2.50 that comes in. $1 that's paid for referral fee, but we had enough people that used admin account, so the whole $250 went in. Then it adds $1 every time a new person signs up that use someone else's referral. The 50 cents is kind of left in the dark because of fees with payouts and stuff like that. So it goes up $1 every time somebody joins. It goes up $2 if they join using the admin account. Because it gets $1 referral fee too. So this made, $1,250. So we are working on putting that, towards phase 1. I haven't moved it over to it yet. It's just sitting there. I'm just letting it sit there because we want to get as much built up as possible. And I'd rather just move a nice big chunk at one time. Any positions that come in from the admin account, but that use the admin as a referral, they get placed next open position. So wherever there's a hole, for instance, admin's got 3 accounts under it. Let's say one of those 3 accounts has 150 people below it. And let's say one account has 10 people below it. Another account has 300 people below it. Obviously, everybody joins from admin is going to go into that middle one because it's not built as deep yet. It's going to fill those spots until it catches up to one of the other ones. Then it'll fill those. Then eventually, whenever it levels out, it will fill all. But, that's one of the parts of like with team build. You could, as long as your team keeps growing, you can get paid faster than the admin account can because, well, it's got to fill the holes. You can get paid faster than your upline, things like that. Like Eric, I believe yours, I don't know, maybe it's not yours. Let me see. Maybe it is, or it's a different Eric. I don't know. But we have an Eric that is in Matrix 3 already. He passed up his sponsors, the people above him. He literally got into Matrix 3 before them. So when that happens, when your downline brought in more people and they got into the next Matrix before you did, they are placed in the next open spot, because their upline's not there. They can't follow somebody that's not there yet. So, Jeff, you don't have to send it anywhere, Hank. I've got them. Anytime somebody pays for the rotator, the first thing I do is when I see the payment go through, I go over to phase 2 and I do a search because I have a users list. I do a search using your name. And if it only comes up with one account in your name, that's the one I use, that user ID. If it comes up with multiples, if I can tell which one is your highest account, the first one that joined, where all the rest of them would be under it somewhere, I use that one. If I'm not 100% sure, like I had someone pay yesterday and I had to message them through Facebook, and I just messaged them and said, hey, I seen your payment come through. You've got like 15 accounts. Which one do you want in the rotator? And he told me, and that's what I put in there. So all I did was, just give me the user ID and I was good. So yeah, if you have multiple accounts and you want to send me a message and say, I want this one, this user ID, the 6-digit ID, to be the one in the rotator, you can do that. If not, I'm looking them up. I've got them. So, I've got everybody in. What I said, we have like about 50 people in the rotator, or 50 spots, 20 people, 50 spots or something like that. So, or whatever I said when I counted them. Let's see. Yeah, but the admin positions, they don't get randomly placed. They're just placed next to open hole. So they're filling the holes, building teams. So like some people you've seen that are building teams that say, well, I don't know who these 2 people are that dropped in under me somewhere. It's because, well, they joined from an admin link and it dropped them in. That was the next open spot. So, but like, Jeff messaged me. He had a couple names that dropped in on his team from the admin link. He didn't know who they were. I can look them up, give you their email when they drop in on your team like that, just to, help you if you want to reach out, ask them, do they need some help advertising? Do they need, what do they know what they're in? Do they know how to build a team? Things like that. If you want to help out your downline, I have no problem helping you, handing you an email address to somebody that's on your team so you can reach out to them. And I don't think most people would be mad at me for handing their email out like that because, well, they joined to make money and their upline wants to help them make money. Yeah, and Eric, you probably will. Recently we haven't had a lot of people join in from the admin link. I'm hoping that's going to change with the advertising. Because I did put money myself in just to share the admin link. So we should get some admin signups too, I hope. I didn't even put my own personal link in for my account. Honestly, I haven't even checked it since I joined. I don't know where it's at. I don't think it has anybody under it yet, unless it's got spillover from the upline, because all I advertise is the admin link. But so right now, I've got 4 different splash pages built that I'm using for advertising and things like that for this rotator. I also have, you know, I'm gonna maybe build a 5th or 6th, just depends on how many different advertising routes we go. You know, how many different ways I advertise through different people. But I want to rotate the splash pages as well. That way people aren't looking at the same exact page all the time. Leanne, have you joined it already? If you can't log in, let me see while we're on here. Yeah, you have joined it because, yeah. Here. When you go to the login page, put that user ID in instead of your email. And then if you still have a problem, let me know. I can reset your password for you myself. Make it a lot easier. But that message I just sent in the chat there, that is your user ID, Leanne. Yeah, Jeff, we've been in contact with Bonnie. She replies in our admin chat now and then. You know, Melanie or Lynn can kind of update people if they need to know how Bonnie's doing. They've talked to her a little bit. She hasn't talked to them last day or so, but yeah, they were talking to her. I seen the messages. I just kind of wasn't fully up to date on what was going on, so I kind of just stayed out of the messages and let them talk. So yeah, your user ID, you can put in your email or that 6-digit user ID I just gave you. So you can do either one, Leanne. Yeah, anybody doesn't know, once you cycle the first matrix, okay, you can see, you know, you, if you go to your matrix tree, you can see you can see the 3 people below you. Then you can see the 9, you know, the 3 under each of those 3. You can see the 9 people. And once that's full, you've cycled. You got your $10 payout. Now on those 9, at the far bottom left person, the first one in that 9, if you click on them in that matrix tree, it'll show you them. They'll be at the top, okay? It'll show you their tree. And you will see your re-entry under them. That's usually where it lands. The rotator is on, I'm going to give you the website here. Actually, let me go get you the actual rotator. Go straight to the site. Just a second, changing pages here. If my page wants to load. Okay, here it is. And it's loading the next page. Hmm. Well, Page is taking his time. Okay, so let me see if I can go about this a different way. Oh, that's why my GoDaddy account signed out. So let me go to everything's taking a sweet time right now. Let's see, there we go. Yes, I'm still on the live. Okay, so here we go. I will give you the link to the rotator in just a second. It's loading up. Copy. And here we go. That takes us straight to it. Yeah, Leanne, the user ID can be either or, the email or the actual 6-digit ID. So maybe if it worked with that, go into your profile settings in there, double check that the email is correct, that all worked. Because if it is, you should be able to log in with that email too. I know everybody else can. Keep in mind when it does that CAPTCHA thing at the bottom, there is no ones. At least not that I've found. Every time I've thought it is a 1, it's an L. So a lowercase L. All the letters are lowercase. Numbers, well, are the numbers. But every time I've typed a 1, I've got it wrong. And every time I've typed an L, I've got it right. So, if there's a big 0, it's this number 0, not an O. Little o is an O. So, yeah, always keep that in mind with the CAPTCHAs. There is no ones. That's my oldest daughter back there, the one that's moving out in a couple of days. They could see your head peek over. Yeah, she's getting ready to cook me dinner. She's been here for 3 months and she hasn't cooked dinner yet. I told her she has to cook dinner before she can move out. The rotator, Leanne, is literally it's $10 position. What that money is doing, the money from the rotator is buying advertising. We're gonna try, some solo ads. I've got some, Bitcoin people that put the link on their Bitcoin site, things like that. I've got an email list I'm gonna send out to. Matter of fact, I was just putting it together, getting everything ready last night. As soon as we start tomorrow, because a lot of these things, when I purchase the advertised stuff, it won't start till like 24 hours later, the next day or something. My plan was to start tomorrow, but I'm giving until midnight tonight for people to pay in. That way I'll buy the advertising tomorrow. But since a lot of them won't start that first day, I'm going to send out my email list that first day. I've got an email list of about 40,000 people that are not in Infinite Funds phase 1 or 2. So I don't know how many clicks we'll get from it. The list, some of them are pretty old, 6, 7, 8 months old. Some of them are new. Yes, it's advertising everybody's phase 2 link. What it's going to take them to is a splash page that I created, one of 4 splash pages. And those splash pages will explain, how the platform works. Then it will also if they hit the register button, it will literally rotate through everybody's link. So it will take, them into, so they can sign up from those people. It's $10 for one position in that rotator. You can buy as many as you want. So like we have Robert bought, I believe, 15. So which pretty much means his link will get shared 15 times for every time that somebody buys one will get shared. Which would be bad if we only had 15 visitors, because, well, he might get 14 of them. But I don't think it's going to end up that way. We're looking at, we have enough money in that rotator right now that we should be able to get easily, I would say, I would hope at least a few thousand clicks. We can't guarantee signups. We're going to hope, but this first time, the original plan was to take, if you put $10 into Rotator, okay, we were going to take 5 of that to pay for the advertising, 5 of that to push towards money with phase 1, helping build money up for phase 1 again. Since it's the very first time, I'm going to put a lot of it into the advertising because we want to try a lot of different things. We want to find out where the best results are at. Once we find out the best results, then we'll go to that. We'll put 50% of all money raised on the rotator straight into that advertising, because it gets the most clicks, the most signups, whatever, and we take the other half and we put it towards phase 1. But this time, I think the best route is to focus on finding the best advertising way to do things. Yeah, we have over $500 to advertise with. The name does not ring a bell, Jeff. I can look real quick. No, he did not. So we have 20 people that have bought positions in the rotator. Over 50 positions have been bought. So there's a lot of 2s and 3s. I bought 5 for the admin. Robert bought 15 for himself. Let's see. I do not, Kathy. Why don't you PM me? You can tell me what that is. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, that's the rotator. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now with the rotator is we're going to focus on, this time we're going to focus on finding out what the best avenue to advertise is, what the best results we can get is with it, which will help us with everything, because let me skip a little ahead here, kind of give everybody a little bit of briefing on phase 3. Okay, phase 3 is actually, when it releases, it's going to be you'll be able to build your own splash pages, splash page, or lead capture page, as some call it, depending on the package you have. There's 4 different packages to choose from. There's lead capture pages, there's a bulk email system, so you could actually load all your contacts into it, and even the cheapest package, you can upload 10,000 or 5,000 contacts, I think, is into it, and send 5,000 emails out a day if you want to, every day. And that's just $10 a month. The other thing about it, also has an advertising platform. So with each package, you get more advertisement stuff you can do. There's banner ads, full page ads, square ads that go at the bottom, things like that. What it does, it loads up a page, an advertising page. So not only, it advertises to every member that logs in, because as soon as they log in, it pulls up this advertising page. Now they can close it and go back into their back office, do their stuff, whatever. They can look at it. If your advertising platform, something catches their eye, they may join you. So not only are you advertising to everybody that joins Phase 3, but the other benefit to it is that advertising page that pops up is not part of the inside of Phase 3. It is accessible from the outside. So we will be, Phase 3 is built to where it will also be advertised outside. I will be putting it into Solo ads. I will be putting it into Google ads, Bing ads to advertise that page. So when you're creating ads, it's not just getting advertised to people in Phase 3, it's getting advertised to people all over the world. And I think that'll be a boost to people wanting to come to it because the advertising is all over. It's not just within the platform. A lot of systems have, you advertise to everybody in it. They may have 10,000 members, 15,000 members, and you're advertising to 15,000 members. Well, that's great. Phase 3 may only start with 1,000 members. You can advertise to 1,000 members, and Phase 3 will put it in a Google ad, and you can advertise to another 50,000 members or 50,000 people. So it's just one of those things where I think that's going to play a big part in helping Phase 3 grow. The 1,600 people, or not 1,600 people, the $1,600. If you take, you need 3 people. Multiply it by 3 because they need 3 people. Okay, you got 9 people on the next level. Okay, so 3 plus 9. And multiply that by 3. You got 27 times 3, 81. So you got 3 plus 9 plus 27 plus 81. You have 120 people so far. Okay. 81 times 3, 243. So now you're up to 363 people. And times 3. So that's 729. So it takes approximately 1,092 people total to get the $1,600 payout. Now keep in mind, some people think, and this is what a lot of platforms, don't tell you this much information, like even the 2x2s, it's 2x2 and you'll get paid every week and blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, as long as everybody's growing. Everybody's going for a very long time because 2x2 becomes, 2, then 4. Then you go in the next level. So you made 50 cents. You go into the next level. And then you need 8 and 16. Then 32 and 64. And then 128. Then 256. Then 512. Then 1,024. Then 2,048. Then it goes on forever and ever and ever. 1,092, Bev. Because you got 3 and then 9 under that. And then those 9 have to bring in 3. Okay. So you're on, that's 27. Now, because after you bring in your 3, you bring in 9. Or they bring in their 3 each, so you have 9 there. So it's 12 people. Your re-entry goes into the next matrix, okay? So you go over here to matrix 2, let's say. Now for those 3, okay, they have, 3 each under them. When the first 3 each bring 3 more people in, that's 9 more people. That first person comes over underneath you. Then the second person's going to, they get theirs. So now you have 27 people down there. you got 3 below you in the second matrix. Now when those 27 bring their 3 in, that next 9 came over below you. Now you finish matrix 2. Okay, now you got those 27, they got to bring in their 3. Get what I'm saying? It just keeps going. That's why one thing you have to pay attention, that's why I made it short. I didn't want to do like 6 matrices, because that's where a lot of programs, they don't lie to people, they don't tell them, because the more you go, that it just keeps getting bigger. You know, like a lot of 2x2s, you know, it's great. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So there's 3 matrices, and you're up to over 100 people already. Okay, because you have to add each level up. Then you got 128, then 256 is another level. That's level 4. Then 512 and 1028, level 5. You get what I'm saying? Some of these, like a 2x2 that's 20 matrices, they have $1 million payout, but it also takes a couple million people. So that's why I want to keep only 3 matrices. I didn't want to go too far because I didn't want it to be unreachable. You know, because you also got to figure 1,092 is really not as many as it sounds like it is, because once you start building your team, you'll get people that'll start buying 2, 3, 4 accounts, because they're seeing the return, and that's what you want. You want to be able to see the return before you're spending more money. That's what's nice about putting in a profit zone. By the time you hit 12 people on your team, you make $10, you have more money coming out than you have invested. So then buying another position is not a big deal. Let's see, I'm just trying to see if I missed any other questions. Nope, not yet. So yeah, phase 3 will be, it'd be great for advertising other businesses, things like that. You know, because it won't only advertise to members, it will advertise, you know, pretty much to the world. And phase 3 will do, it will just keep growing. I plan on hopefully adding new things to it. Like eventually it's going to have the built-in, you know, the splash page, lead capture page builder. And the nice thing is with that, we tried to go with one. I've used lots of different ones. A lot of them you got to like design your own, do this and that. And it's great for people that know what they're doing. Some people, they're like, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to design anything. So what we did is we went with the system where there's some very professional looking default choices. You can choose one, flip out the pictures, change the words, you know, change where the links go, but bam, it's yours. Now it's specific to what you want it for. And it's a very professional looking lead capture page already built for you. You just change some information on it. So we have a few default ones to choose from, things like that. And we plan on adding more as we can. I'd like to add things like, I'd like to add a rotator system built into that, so we can build your own rotators, stuff like that, but we haven't got that far yet. It's starting with the basics, and we'll build from there. The basics that I think are probably some of the most important things for anybody that is in online marketing, online businesses. You know, those lead capture pages, the email system, because you just can't send. Have you ever tried sending out 1,000 emails from your Gmail account at one time? It doesn't go too well. Sometimes they'll even shut you down when you go over a limit. So or you'll be marked as spam. But our system won't, mark you as spam. It may end up hitting a spam folder when you're sending out 20,000 emails at a time, but it won't actually label the account as spam. So once they mark you a safe sender, you're good. And most of them, like the first one, when they first sign up, they get an email back or something. That won't hit a spam folder. It won't hit spam folders till you start sending thousands out at a time. And that's probably why, like, some of my emails went in some people's spam folders and things like that. That's because I'm sending, anywhere from 1,000 to 20,000 emails out at once. So let's see. Do we have any other questions on phase 2 or the rotator? Yeah, I'm hoping that, my goal always, as from where I'm sitting, is always like with the rotator and stuff like that. I want to see as many $10 payouts go out as possible. Yeah. And yeah, like Kathy just said, don't always look at the big number, 1,092. The thing is you need 3. Okay. And if you can find 3 people that will find 3 people, then that's it. You just need 3. Okay. Now, like when you bring in, some people, you bring in 3 and you brought in, your brother, your sister, your sister-in-law, whatever, you brought in 3 people in the family and you don't even tell them, you're going to surprise them. Well, you got to find their 3 now. You got to find their 9. You create more work for yourself, but when you bring them in, you're kind of accepting that work. But don't always look at the big picture of the big 1,092 number, not the big number. I mean, not, I didn't mean big picture, but big number. Because that number is not, you're not doing that work by yourself. You got to bring in 3. And for those people that aren't bringing in anybody, you need to talk to your upline. You need to talk to your sponsor. You need to let them know you're not going to do this. Let them help you, because you're not helping them either. So let them help you, but you got to be open with them and talk to them about it. But yes, Jeff, it is 1,092 people for one person to get $1,600. Because you also got to figure. Okay. It takes 1,092 people to get. Oops, wait a minute. Okay. It takes 1,092 people for one person to get $1,600. But 81 people got $40. And I don't know, 243 people or whatever it is, got $10. Okay. If it takes 1,092, divide that number by 3. Yeah, 364 got 10, or approximately. Well, 364 are in the profit zone for sure. So that's why it takes so many, is because, you know, yeah, when you take 1,092 times $7.50 to join, it's over $8,000. And you look at it like that and you're like, you're only paying out $1,600. Well, don't forget how many people made $10, how many people made $40. And out of that money, when you got paid, there's 729 people on that last level. Well, then they get their 9, they expect their $10. There's $7,290 going to them. So that's where all the money is going. It's all in the system. But yeah, so, you know, always keep in mind, don't look at the huge number. Look at the fact that you got to bring in 3. People got to bring in 3. It doesn't, you know, when you think of 1,092, it's like, wow, this could take forever. But if you can sign up 3 in one day, and those 3 can sign up 3 the same day or next day, really it should only take about 6 days if nobody ever stopped it. If everybody could do 3 every single day, it would never stop. Obviously, doesn't work like that. We've been going longer than 6 days. But, you know, it could go that way. You know, hopefully the rotator will help with that. You know, the rotator's not going to be a splash page that says, hey, join for $750 and do nothing, and we will build your team. It's not what it's going to say. The rotator talks about how it's a team build. You got to bring in 3 people. We want people that want to work. I don't want to make anybody that's already in's job harder. I don't want to make you have to bring in more people. I want to put people under you that know that they need to bring in 3. And if we can do that, everybody can make money. So, with that being said, I think every question is answered. Any other questions? Yeah, all your re-entries will go in the next open spot under your team. Okay. Yeah, so your re-entries will always land on your team under next open position. A lot of times that's the your third level down, first position under that person. Usually that's the first one available. But if that person has already been bringing people in before your third row last person has even joined, and then they hit, obviously it'll go in somewhere after that, but it'd be on your downline somewhere. Not always easy to find, but it's there. I'm not sure why in the back office the re-entries thing says 0. It like never changes. I don't like that. I asked the programmer just the other night. He said he'd get back to me. I haven't got an answer yet, so Not sure if maybe he's not understanding why it's not working either. So we will see. Any other questions? Yeah, just so everybody knows, with the rotator, I am giving everybody till midnight tonight, which it is 5:20 right now, so my time, 5:20 p.m. So we have about a little over 6 hours, 6 hours 40 minutes, before I make the cutoff to get everything ready to start the advertising. Anything that comes in after midnight tonight will be put into February's rotator. So other than that, I'm hoping dinner is going to be done soon. And I will talk to everybody later. Have a good night. Have a good end of the weekend. And let's get ready to see what this advertising does. Before I go real quick, anybody has any other advertising things like that they believe are really good ways to advertise, programs, whatever, let me know. We're always open for ideas. Not, if the turnouts aren't real great, we won't stay with them, things like that. But everything's worth a try. It's worth a shot, unless it's going to cost us thousands of dollars. So have a good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. And see everybody soon.